Welcome back, you beautiful brave hearts. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening all around the world. And we are all around the world, and we're going to be talking today about what we call, the Cellsonic, Power Pack Roadshow. I mean, seriously. I mean, who could ask for more, right? The reality is this. A group of master trainers in the United States, Canada, and Australia, and it will reach further as we grow. But even in Australia, Tora, she takes road trips up to Queensland. She goes all over Australia with her Cellsonic. And today I'm on with Shalu, Cathy, and Simran. And guess what? They're doing a road trip to Quebec. Now, this is how this works. Do you know how many people call my office, call me, whether it's in the United States or it's in Australia or it's in Canada, and it will grow more as things grow. How can we get Cellsonic? How can we get non-surgical? I'd love to have a consultation. Now you can have a consultation in person. Now you can get the Cellsonic done because they pack up both of their Cellsonics, Shalu and Cathy, and they go on a road trip, so they're able to give people Cellsonics. Simran is there to do most of the non-surgical, and the non-surgical, if you've never heard about it before, is the most powerful body work with a money-back guarantee that it will supersede anything that you've ever done before. And every one of my practitioners give this. And the reality is this: you can get really. This is a technique using the elbow. It's loving. But it goes deep and it pulls the fibers apart. How would you not like to have that limp? Okay. How would you like to have not have that knee problem in one treatment in most cases? That ankle problem. How would you like to have a facelift, a natural facelift, to take 5 years off minimum? And I do mean minimum. How would you like to get rid of that fibroid? How would you like to get rid of that sinus problem, that headache? How would you like to get rid of that bit of that curve in your spine? And in most cases, we can do at least 30% on the first treatment with scoliosis or kyphosis. How would you like to get rid of that frozen shoulder? And I'll tell you why that I can say all of this. So you give me a problem on the body, and I'm going to tell you that we're going to rock your world better than anyone else has ever done. And I don't care who they are. I do care for everyone, but I don't care who they are because I already know what we got. The Cellsonic puts out 25,000 volts. They will go in the first time, usually using around an 8 to a 10 to go in and actually help to break up the displaced calcium. There's no pain in this now, no pain, no harmful side effects, only brilliance. And then it'll also bring in electricity into, guess what? Do you know why you limp? Do you know why you feel like you're getting old? Do you know why your face is sagging? Do you know why your tummy's sagging? Do you know why your breasts are sagging? Okay. Do you know why you can't digest properly? Because of scar tissue, adhesions in your abdominal area, and lesions in your brain, and scar tissue in your shoulder for your frozen shoulders. I've got a deviated septum. No, you don't. You've got scar tissue built up from inflammation. There's no such thing as a deviated septum until 10 years, 15 years ago. Before then, nobody ever had one because nobody was eating and drinking the inflammatory foods and drinks that they do today. I care for you, but I don't care what problem you have. If somebody says we can't do anything for you, or this is as good as we can do, we haven't even started. And you know what? And this is why I get myself into trouble, because the reality is the follow through is that we guarantee our work. And guess what? If you don't understand calcification, scar tissue formation, crystallization, and if you don't understand that not only the medical system is crippled, but guess what? Natural health has been watered down, and for most people, it's superficial. And most people will go and get treated every week to what? Manage their pain? We don't believe in it. We believe in mastering your pain. You can get a consultation from us on the road, a one-time fee, and then you've got lifetime support. You'll get my perfect day manual in a PDF, and you can buy the hard manual if you want, which is right here. You can buy this from your practitioners. This will be the most important and the most life-saving, changing book you ever did, because the whole thing is 440 pages of you taking action, right from a fever to a pimple to a tumor. Do you understand? So we are trying to create a strategy out there that nobody get left behind and nobody fails. What do you think, Shalu?
I think it's amazing, Daryl. People often ask, like, what exactly is Cellsonic? And like you said, first and foremost, it's the most powerful energy medicine with zero side effects. Like, zero side effects. Like, to me, that just blows my mind. It's very intense, pressure pulsing, and it's not shockwave. There's 3 components to it. You've got pressure, you've got light, and then you've got the electrical component. It will actually bring the charge back. So you're putting life back into the cells. Like you said, anything that's sagging, the life is leaving.
Understand.
Right? It's losing life.
And understand, everyone, here it is. The more scar tissue you have, the more blocks you have. The more displaced calcium you have, the more blocks you have. Okay, yeah, but I'm really stiff. No, things are going to sag because guess what? You can't get circulation in, you can't get circulation out. And understand this. We can do a breast lift on a woman, and that will take us no more than 45 minutes. And guess what? Wherever the nipples were, they will be standing up at least an inch higher. And guess what? This is all about scar tissue, all about circulation. We can take 5 years off your face, and it's not going to leave next week. Understand, aesthetics is superficial. Cellsonic is 25,000 volts put into a love harmonic. It can shut down stage 4 inflammation. So we're not just talking about general health here. We're talking about shutting down stage 4 inflammation. And you know what? When I said that, oh yeah, I had a Canadian group come after me called the government, okay? And the reality is I'm still saying it because it's true. And the reality is this. We are energy, electrical, magnetic beings. When you get Simran and she'll be doing the non-surgical, Cathy and Shalu will be doing the consults, but they all do consults. They all do non-surgical, so they're able to do every task. These are master trainers, and they're going to be leaving Barrie, Ontario, and going to Quebec. And understand this, it's not too late. If you call up Cathy, okay, you could become a host, and you can host, okay, your friends, your neighbors, and other people. Remember something, my number is 469-861-8884, and you can tell me, Dr. Wolf, yes, you're right. You delivered way more than you charge, and we always will because we're abundant therapists, and we're out to not just treat you, but to train you. So understand this. We will stand behind everything we do. Cathy, what do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic. Before I even got here today, I had a call from a fella in Keswick, so we'll probably be stopping off in Keswick on the way tomorrow morning, so if anybody else is in the Keswick area, to give us a call. We'll have the Cellsonic unit right in the back, and we'll just hoist it into the house, and away we go. He's going to be getting a knee treatment.
Guess what? Guess what, everyone? Can I say something, Cathy? They're going to go in and they're going to use about an 8 to a 10 on the knee. Probably about an 8 because there could be a lot of calcification in there. That'll go in and create little micro fractures in the calcium. That'll go in and actually take the so-called bone on bone and remove it. Did you know that bone on bone in the knee and bone on bone in the hip is not bone on bone? It's you pulled the calcium out of your the bones in your knee, or you pulled it out of your hip socket and also the actual bones in your hip to actually buffer down the inflammation that was creating acidity that could have caused mutation and cancer there. But instead of having that, you pulled all the calcium out from there. And we know that most hip problems and most knee problems, if you've never, ever, ever had a sports injury or a car accident, was caused from a dysfunctional bowel from you pooping in your pelvis. And they can teach you how to stop this. So you're leaking waste into your body. So it doesn't matter. And then if you're going to tell me this, I've lost 2 inches, Dr. Wolf. I used to be 5'8". Now I'm only 5'6". If they take the Cellsonic and work on your spine, and then they do the non-surgical, which will take an hour. The Cellsonic will take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. In an hour and 15 minutes, you will be no less than 1 inch higher and maybe 2 inches higher, depending on how dehydrated you are. Because even medical doctors, they go, well, you've lost height because you're losing bone calcium. What happened? Did your head shrink? You know, even these doctors don't even know what they're talking about. Everybody's programmed, and understand, I'm not programmed, and that's why I get in trouble. If I go with the flow, if I go with the majority of natural health thinking or medical thinking, everybody's going to leave me alone. But if I don't, they're not going to. And understand something. I have been attacked in the last 2 years by everybody's mother, brother, dog. So it doesn't matter. I just realized that, you know what? I'm going to stand my ground on this. And we're going to go out there and we're going to give people back an understanding that they can heal from anything. The next time somebody tells you I can't do anything for you, they're trying to tell you is they haven't got a strategy for you. What do you think, Simran?
I think that's exactly right. I worked on a lady's foot because her arches were, like her feet were flattening, and she was amazed at she had the best sleep that night. She didn't have the pain in her feet anymore, and she was coming back the next day to get her other foot done. So she's like, it's done, because that one's just like crying now. So it's after one treatment, like you can feel the amazing relief that you can get.
Understand, everyone, it's crystallization, calcification, scar tissue formation, and how many therapists do you go to that work with it? I have a doctor in acupuncture. We don't. Okay, I when I first got out of school, I became a registered massage therapist. We don't. They don't. Okay, chiropractic is great for straightening out the spine, putting the joint in. But what are you going to do when it's scar tissue that's caused dehydration, that's caused a shortening of the tendons, the ligaments, and the muscles, and it's the calcification and crystallization that won't let the ball socket or the knee to move properly? And guess what? All we need is one treatment with you to prove that we're right, and then. These road trips are going to happen every few weeks. We've got Jason and Melissa in Alberta, and they are going to look after the West, okay? And then they're out of Airdrie, Alberta, all right? And then we've got the Bombshell girls from Barrie, and guess what? We've got Shalu and Cathy and Simran that they do Ontario, they do Quebec, they'll go as far as New Brunswick, but you know, you have to really organize yourself. If you want to host, we will bless you when we get there, okay, with treatments. And you also, we will show you what we do for our hosts. You do for us, we do for you, and then we end up doing for everybody that gets to come. And then you can actually have us come back on, and we will do the road show again with you, and we will create. Because guess what? Sometimes it's not enough. Because the problem is we come in, we do the Cellsonic, we do the non-surgical, we do the perfect day. Some people need us to come back. So we are going to actually keep doing this, okay? All right? We're going to keep doing these road shows. And this is something that we're going to strategize. We're going to make them run smooth. And we're going to help the hosts, the people that want to host us. We're going to promote you. We're going to say, okay, so Jim, okay, from, let's say Morin Heights, Quebec, he is hosting. So anybody get in touch with Jim, and then Jim books the people, and then they come in. So we're going to let people know about 4 to 6 weeks prior so people can do this, and we can all come together and everybody benefits. Listen, do this once. And you're going to understand something, that it's teamwork that makes the dream work. And if you want to still count on your government and the medical system, or if you want to come down into the natural realm of things and give us a chance to prove that we're not coming in to do anything except to serve and help you heal yourself. Understand, people can cure themselves once they create a perfect day, knowing how to... from the moment you rise until you close your eyes, and these 3 girls are going to tell you what they're going to do when they come. Go ahead, Shalu. You want to start first?
Absolutely. So we leave tomorrow morning, and we're leaving early morning, and I have to do a drop-off of products in Kingston as well. So anyone in the Kingston area, you know, we're going to be stopping in there. Give me a call at 705-828 2257, and we can definitely, get that organized. I will also be stopping in Canada on my way to Montreal. So again, give me a call if you're in that area. And so it'll probably be, late Thursday night that we'll reach Montreal. And then Friday, we're doing treatments. We still have a couple spots available. You can call us. And then Saturday, so Friday is in Brossard, Quebec. Saturday, we're in St. Bruno, Quebec. And then on Sunday morning, we're back in Brossard, but we already are packed for Sunday. But then on the way back, if you're along that 401 trip and you need us to stop, we certainly will do that. We will be stopping in Ajax on our way home. So, if you're in the Pickering, Oshawa area, for sure, let us know, and we'll make sure that we can, get you taken care of. And then we get home Sunday night, but then on Thursday evening, which is November 30th, we take off again, and we're heading towards the Niagara region. So if you're a practitioner or, anyone in that area along the 401 QEW heading that way, and you want to host, again, give us a call. Let's partner together. Let's get you, taken care of. And if you're a practitioner, we'll help boost your business, because many times, this is just the beginning, and people need follow-up treatments. Well, guess what? They're going to come back to you. They're not going to drive to Barrie. We don't want them to do that. The whole point is to be able to serve people and get them healed in the most effective and efficient way possible. And as Daryl said, teamwork makes the dream work, and this is a family. You could go anywhere in the world, and if there was a wolf practitioner, you're amongst family. So come on, just give us a call. You can reach me at 705-828-2257, or you can call Cathy.
Yeah, call me at 705-715-8716. My email is info@advancedhealing.ca. And all the route that Shalu had just mentioned there, we're following basically behind and stopping in the routes that where we've been contacted to stop in as well. And I do want to give a big shout out to Tracy Bradshaw. I do apologize, I don't have her contact information off the top of my head, but she's one host that has hosted us twice now, and yes, she's getting repeat customers.
Okay, Cathy.
It's just amazing.
Where does Tracy live?
She's
1 second, Cathy. Where does Tracy live?
Tracy lives in Rodney, Ontario.
Okay, that's good enough. Now we know that Tracy lives in Rodney, Ontario. And when we're done here, Shalu, you will type in at the top in the comment your whole thing, and anybody that maybe Tracy's phone number if they wanted to call her. Okay, so we'll do that.
Okay.
Everybody, if you want to know more about the Cellsonic, go to BHN Power Pack, bhnpowerpack.com. Okay, and if this is the first time that you've heard about what we do, go to my library and watch Reverse the Irreversible, and I'll prove to you that it's a calcification scar tissue formation problem, everything in your body, and 99.9% of the practitioners, natural and professional, don't know this, and it's not their fault, because that's how well the programming has gone. So I need you to go there and take a look at that, and my number is 469-861-8884. If you would like to have somebody come to you, whether it's United States or it's Canada, we will save you as a host name, okay, because we're mainly just looking for hosts. We know that there'll be a lot of people that are going to be calling me and going, I just want the treatment, because guess what? I promise you that we will go beyond your expectations of what you think you're going to get from us, because you are comparing us to the other body workers and to the other energy medicine out there when we're putting 25,000 volts in a love harmonic that will actually fracture the displaced calcium, create ionization to get the calcium back into your bones. We have a technique called Wolf Non-Surgical that will pull the toughest scar tissue apart in a loving way, and you will know it. You will have your flexibility, your extension, your flexion. You'll feel the strength come back. Remember, I stated this. My phone number is 469-861-8884. This is not a pitch. This is real. And my 800 number is 855-900-4544. But if you forget the number, just go to the website, and I'm extension 5. And you can call me with any questions. Do not look up to me. Do not be scared of me. Okay, I roar when I'm on here sometimes because I'm trying to wake up the people that are just about ready to crack and have an understanding that they have to become their own hero in this story. Simran?
I just wanted to say that I specialize in the pelvic restoration course, so I am doing an abdominal treatment and a pelvic treatment when I go to Montreal. So if any of you ladies out there or mothers who have daughters with some issues and you want to get them a treatment.
What
please
issues?
contact
What
me.
issues? What issues? You cannot say just issues. You have to let them know. Simran, would you know what issues? Unless you were a master trainer, people don't even know what you're talking about. Bladder infections, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, fibroids, infertility, okay? Just pain in that area, spasm in that area, low back pain, okay? Just know this, everyone. Low back pain is a dysfunctional large intestine. And just know this. Are you ready for this? How many people how many surgeries are done on the low back? It's the most done surgery in the world on the low back. The low back is done the most. Did you know that? Except for cesareans. How many women out there have a cesarean that they can't digest their food? They can't poop right. Okay, they don't feel like making love anymore. They feel like there's things in there knotting them up. Well, there is. You've got adhesions in there that grew from the surgery because you shouldn't cut into somebody and have all that scar tissue. So now you've got scar tissue wrapped around your pubic bone, your bladder, your ovaries, wrapped around your spine. And understand, when Simran goes in, or Cathy or Shalu, you're going to know that I'm telling the truth. And that's why you've never felt good after that cesarean. Or how about this? How about your uterus removed? How about a pelvic clearance, ovaries and uterus? Now you've got a block of calcium and a block of scar tissue in there, and you wonder why you're numbed out or you're always in this low chronic pain. Well, guess what? With the Cellsonic and with the non-surgical, we're giving you a money-back guarantee. You know, not that we will cure things, but that we will show you that with us, you can turn anything around and get your life back. Because guess what? Whether you want to believe this or not, the whole thing's about suffering. And it's about suffering from the minute you get here until you leave. And these same people that control government, medical system, and all the corporations, they don't care about you. Now you're going to say, well, Dr. Wolf, you guys are making money off. Well, I'm not making any money. Am I making any money off of this, guys? Or are you going out and you're going to show people what you got? I don't make any money off of this, but understand, we're going to prove to the world that we are the new world practitioners, and we look at things totally different, where we're not there to treat you, we're there to train you. Shalu?
Yes, it's fantastic. And, a lot of people might go, well, I'm fine. I don't have any issues. But you know what? It is that time of the year where we're all looking for what gift can we give someone. So if you want to gift someone a treatment, right? Same thing. You may know someone in pain. So reach out anyway, and let's see if we can't, share the joy of pain-free living this Christmas. So yeah, give us a call, 705-828-2257, or you can go to my website, lotuslife.health. You can email me at shalu@lotuslife.health. We would love to just, get you to experience it's unless you try it, you don't even know what is possible. I had no idea the state of my body until I first took the course. And I've been working at it, for 2 years now. And I can't believe how much more healthy, younger, vital I feel now as a result of doing the non-surgical, of, getting the Cellsonic treatments done, of the nutraceuticals. There's so much that can be done. So you don't have to feel desolate or hopeless. There's so much you can do. Our bodies are amazing. They're meant to heal. We just have never been taught how. So give us a call.
That's true.
Okay,
And
everybody.
you can
So,
reach me.
Cathy, before you start, I just want to say something, and that's this. If you believe that you have passion, you have purpose, and you would like to become what these ladies have become, go to braveheartnation.com or bhnuniversity.com and check out the courses. Okay, so what do you need to take our courses? Passion, purpose, and be willing to stand in your own power and be part of the minority, because the majority, okay, we know where they're going. Have you not looked lately? So if you want to be part of us, you're going to have to find your Braveheart goddess or your Braveheart. If you're a man, just find your Braveheart and understand we've got to get back to nature, but we've got to get back to finding our authentic self, our purpose and our passion, because that's what makes life so beautiful. What do you think, Cathy?
Oh, absolutely. I advocate so highly for these courses because each time you go, it's not the same thing that you hear over and over again. The basics are there, but it's just mind blowing. Each course that I have taken, you learn so much more. You've got to keep learning. You honestly, you have to keep that information flow going. Otherwise, when you become stagnant, that's where everything settles in, and you've got to open your mind, and then you have to do the body work to accept all that cellular structure that needs that rejuvenation. Your brain needs the rejuvenation too. So, and I think it's just it's an experience that you cannot relay unless you're there for yourself. And here it's learning from everybody in the room. Everybody's experience is unique, and you just learn from the whole experience. And being together for all that amount of time, it was mind-blowing. Anyway, I look forward to taking many more of the courses.
Would you like to?
Okay, so you
Yeah.
can reach me.
Go ahead, love.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you can reach me at 705-715-8716, or you can email me at info@advancedhealing.ca, and I look forward to hearing from you. There's
Cathy,
spots available Friday afternoon.
I need you to repeat it again, because your
Okay.
Wi-Fi is cutting out on that side.
Oh, okay. It's my phone number, cell number is 705-715-8716, or you can email me at info@advancedhealing.ca. I have 2 spots available Friday afternoon, and the same as Sunday.
Wait a second.
Saturday.
Cathy, where are you Friday? Where are you Sunday? You can't just, you've got to tell people where you are.
Okay, so on the Friday, we are in Brossard, Quebec, and on Saturday, we are at in Quebec. So Saturday afternoon, there's a couple of spots available in the afternoon. So I'd love to hear from you, see what we can do to help you. Cellsonic, non-surgical, any of the services. And we're bringing nutraceuticals with us too. So we can set you up on the detoxification protocol or whatever is needed. Let's have a chat.
And the week after in Niagara
In Niagara Falls, yes. So Niagara Falls,
from the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd.
yes.
Yep.
Shalu, why don't you tell everybody what you're doing in Mexico right after the New Year? And Simran, would you do the same thing?
Oh, I'm
Shalu?
so excited to get out of the snow. End of Jan, I'm on my way to Ixtapa, and I will be helping Dr. Sage teach the Braveheart Circle, and also help Simran and Lorraine teach the pelvic restoration course. And so, and beautiful Cala del Mar. Honestly, it was a year ago. Yeah, it would have been, by the time I get there, it would have been a year that I was there, and I took my first pelvic restoration course, and oh my God, like, you know, it's, you really have to experience the course. It's almost criminal how they've made us feel shameful and dirty about our bodies, and it's not right. It's really not right. I mean, just getting to know and feel comfortable with ourselves is so important. I'm getting chills just up and down now, just thinking about how liberating and freeing it is to let all that judgment and crap just fall away and really stand in your power. And you won't be able to do that until you break free from all those thoughts that they've filled our brains with. You really, it's like a cottage that you shut down, for the winter. And then when you go in, it's all musty and you got to open the windows and doors. Well, taking this course is literally like opening up the windows, the doors, and letting that fresh air come in and feeling the life again. Like you really, really need to, take the course to even begin to understand just how amazing and liberating it is. And, we've got fantastic coaches, in Simran and Lorraine. And like I said, I'm just excited to hop on for the ride and learn even more as I share my experience.
And that's the women's pelvic restoration and disease prevention course, which is 3 days in Ixtapa, Mexico at the Cal del Mar, a 4-diamond resort, everybody. You get to use the resort. You don't have to stay there. It's very expensive, $350 a night, but you can find places at $45 to $50 a night in Ixtapa if you want to go. And or come and play, stay, and train with us. All right? And then also, Simran, you're going to be helping with Dr. Sage, assisting him with the Wolf Non-Surgical. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. It will be my third assisting in the non-surgical, so I'm very excited about that. I'm on my way to the doctorate, so I'm about a third of the way there, or halfway there, I think now. So I'm very excited about that. I'm younger, and when I didn't know really what I was getting myself into when I took the courses, but it truly has been life-changing for me. So I encourage anyone who is younger, a lot of younger people now are struggling with anxiety or just not knowing what they want to do. I really encourage you to start with the Whole Life Coach course, because that's what really opened my eyes up. And I was in a confused place. I didn't know what to do, what I was doing, and I took it, and it was completely eye-opening for me. And then I talked to Dr. Wolf at Daryl, and he explained to me the non-surgical. So so I tried it, and I'm very grateful for that, because that is where I found my passion and purpose, and that ultimately led me to the pelvic restoration course. And
for women,
life's been amazing. Pardon?
Yeah, the pelvic restoration course for women.
Yeah, for women, yes. And in Australia, we had a mother-daughter, come to take the course, and they were amazed with it, and I'm excited I took my first course with my mom, technically, and so now I get to train it with her, so I'm excited about that. And I encourage your mothers and daughters out there to really look into it. All the information is on the website, so bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com, and go to the pelvic restoration tab, and it explains to you what we do, what you'll learn, and really look into that, because it's very important. And I used to have really painful periods. I don't have them anymore. I know a lot of younger people struggle with that, and even some of my friends, endometriosis, as Joe was saying, the cysts, the fibroids. All of this is reversible. You don't have to get surgery for it. We give you tools and strategies that you can do at home that are so simple that you just have to take the time for yourself. That's it. And you can reverse all of this. So
you reminded me of, the whole mother-daughter thing. I remember when I first took the course, people asking me, didn't that feel awkward, like taking the course with your daughter? And I was like, why would that feel awkward? Because all the other women were saying, oh, I'm going to take this because I want to share this with my daughter. So, honestly, there's so much healing that comes, because in that moment, when we do the circles and we're all sharing, having the people that you need to heal with, which is most often it is our families, right? As much as we love them, we end up hurting them the most. So having them there and to be able to do that healing together, it's just a whole other level. Because, if you take the course and you go and try and take back and share, you'll get some of it, but the experience of having them there going through it with you, it's just like 100,000 times more effective.
And you're not alone. Through all of this, we took the course together in or all of us were in the same class in Barrie this past June, and you learn from each other as well. It's mind-blowing, the information that the instructors are giving you, but just the camaraderie and the experiences that the other women have had in their lives, you're learning from that as well. It was eye-opening to me, not only learning more about myself, but learning that these issues are out there and how to help people through this rather than resorting to the other, like the knife or the conventional way. So I enjoyed it.
Even hearing like the testimonials, like
Yes.
things were happening so fast that even in the 3 days, people were like, oh my God, I don't feel that anymore. Or I actually feel that. Because how many of us don't feel certain parts of ourselves anymore because there is no life to them. So, you know, you get to hear both sides of it. And that's to me the most exciting part, where you can literally see the healing in the person. And this is why, isn't one of the things we do is we take a picture.
Yeah.
The first day and then the last day, and you see years taken off in just 3
And
days.
just the glow to their faces is amazing. I also wanted to say that it doesn't have to be like a mother-daughter where it's a young daughter. In Stewart, back in April, we had a mother-daughter one was 45, the daughter's 45, and the mother was about 60 or 70. And the connection that they left with was amazing, and they just became so much closer to each other. So it doesn't matter what age you are. Like, it's not too late to start and take that step for yourself.
I was just going to say on that point too, age is no boundary for this, because whether Simran is in her 20s teaching this, or you're in your 50s or 60s teaching this, you hear the information that needs to be brought forth. And the experience in the room is like, it's threefold, because you're learning off each other, you're learning from the experts that have been trained and have been teaching this for some time now. So age is no boundary in this. I highly recommend it.
Yes. And my number is 705-984-1699. That's 705-984-1699. And please reach out to me, anyone in the Montreal area or along the way, or anybody wants to come to Mexico, or just even get a pelvic consultation with me. I'm available for that on docofdetox.com/consultations. You'll find me, and you can pick whichever kind of consultation you want. That's perfect day, water fasting, emotional, or pelvic.
Thank you, Simran. So there you go, everyone. It's you've got a menu to pick from. You know, the only thing you got to do, and the biggest thing that people have is, people aren't procrastinators. They just hesitate just long enough for their subconscious to say, well, this is new and we've got to research this. But just remember something, everything we do is non-toxic, non-invasive, and it's just loving and caring for you. And, you know, one of the biggest steps you'll ever have in your life, I know you, and people are beautiful, but their belief systems are based on sick systems. And the reality is you would do anything, most people would do anything for their family, for other people. But what about yourself? When are you going to ante up and change the price tag on yourself? Okay? Because that's the only way you're going to have wealth in health. No other way. You know what? If you think somebody's coming to save you, or the next treatment is going to be the one for you, but what do? You have that treatment, or you go and you get the test from the doctor and he says, you're still okay. Whew. How would you like to never have to go for a blood test, a mammogram, or any kind of medical test, because you know you are the test? I haven't been to a doctor for a test since I was 17 years old. Okay, I'm 68. You go, well, you don't look that good. Hey, yeah, well, look at what I can do. You know, I can do more than the average 20, 30, 40, or 50-year-old. And the reality is you know what? I walk the talk and I do it. And the reality is this: you're only living part of your potential. When you take a look around you and you compare to others, that's the biggest mistake you'll ever make. Because the percentage of the population that is actually on their way out, or having a life full of suffering, is only at around 90 to 92% now. So don't compare yourself to anyone else, because you are infinite in the way that you can think and you can live and you can love. And that mainly is about loving yourself. Okay? All right. So what would you like to say, ladies? Any last words?
Well, we're off to Montreal, then we're off to Niagara Falls. And, you know, if you're interested in hosting, well, Montreal's already done, but Niagara Falls, give us a call. Or in the future, I mean, because I'm heading down to Mexico, it'll probably be beginning March that I would be doing the next road trip. So
Before the next course.
exactly, just before the next course. So, yeah.
And where's the next course after Mexico?
March 17th.
Where is it?
No, the 13th. It's in Barrie.
Oh,
Yes,
really? Okay,
yes.
thanks. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, okay, I'll go. I guess I'll come.
There's the non-surgical in Australia. We can't forget Tora over there, yes.
Yeah, there's a non-surgical
And,
in February, and that will be in Melbourne. So anybody who wants to take the non-surgical that's in Australia or New Zealand or that part of the world, there will be one with Dr. Sage Wolf, and it's filling up pretty quick. Okay, but that will be in February, and then after February, I'm taking off from Mexico here, and we're all meeting up at Barrie, Ontario, where we're going to be doing how many courses? The 3 of them, just the 3. The Whole Life Coach, the Wolf Non-Surgical, and the Pelvic Restoration course, correct? And then from there, we go to Sacramento, California, everybody. Okay, but go to BHN University or Braveheart Nation. Check it out, play around in there, and see what you like.
yes, and so, yeah, if you are, you know, interested in hosting, please reach out. 705-828-2257. I would love to hear from you and start planning our next trips, right? But also, you know, make 2024 the year that you finally put yourself first, right? That's not being selfish. That's being selfless, because I know the moment I became selfish enough to focus on myself, I saved not only my life, but my family. Honest to God, it's a domino effect. All you got to do is start with you. And it's so infectious. You can't help but just, you know, get everyone else around you going, oh, well, if she can think about herself, well, maybe I can think about myself too. You know, so just do it. Just do it. And you will be amazed. There is so much more love and laughter in this home. And I am so grateful and honored for that. Yeah, Simran can vouch for that. Yeah. Instead of everyone scattering, as soon as, you know, a person comes in, we actually all come together. And we laugh and we dance and we have a lot of fun. So, yeah, it's exciting.
And I can't vouch for that enough, because I went to my first lecture when I saw Dr. Wolf. I saw you lecturing in Simmering Kettle back in September 2022. And 5 days later, I ended up in my first Whole Life Coach course. And you're right. You got to think about yourself and bettering yourself, and I didn't know what I was missing until I got in there, and I just thoroughly enjoyed the course. So yes, if you're looking for any non-surgical or Cellsonic treatments, or want to host along the way, give me a call. I can be reached at 705-715-8716, or on my email, info@advancedhealing.ca.
And just remember this, Simran, 1 second. Don't mean to cut you off, love. But just remember, everybody, that they own a power pack. Both of these ladies have a Cellsonic and a Cardio Med bed. If you've never heard of that, let me put it this way. So we are putting Cardio Med beds all through the United States and Canada with our practitioners. You will be able to go on and take a look at the power at bhnpowerpack.com. We have actually everybody listed who has a Cardio Med bed and a Cellsonic. Now listen to this. You could have a 92% blockage in your heart, and in 35 hours of treatment, okay, you could do 1 hour now and then take a break and come back an hour later and do a second hour. So that's 2 hours a day if you really wanted to. And in 17 days, we will have a new set of arteries rebuilt and restored in that heart. And that's science. And you can believe it or not believe it. Okay, you can take impotence and bring it down in no more than 3 to 4 treatments. Okay, you can restore your circulation if you've got neuropathy with our non-surgical and the cardio med bed and the Cellsonic. There's nobody that brings the thunder down like our practitioners, and that is it. I've been all around the world many times, and I found the best things that can do it. There's a lot of energy medicine equipment, but guess what? We put a formula together to bring the thunder down, and that's why we call it the Power Pack. So you can go to bhnpowerpack.com. But just remember, both of these ladies are in Barrie, Ontario. And then we've got Jason and Melissa in Airdrie, just north of Calgary. Okay, so if they're watching, maybe they could put their phone number up because I don't have it handy. All right, Simran?
Well, on that note of the Power Pack, I got a treatment. I always like to do the Cellsonic before I go on the cardio bed. And I didn't start that at the beginning, but then halfway through me doing the cardio bed treatments, I did Cellsonic, and I got my mom to open up my chest a bit before I went on, and oh my god, the difference in the machine, I was able to handle more, like the compression. Yeah, I was able to handle a lot more of it, and I could go closer to 6, whereas before I was at like a 2.5.
On the PSIs?
But yeah, on the PSIs. So that's absolutely amazing. And even some people who come are athletes and they love the cardio bed. So it's not just for if you have health issues, if you want to keep your health well and you are a super active person, the cardio bed is amazing for that.
Yeah, I just had somebody last week that they didn't need it for heart issues. She was actually on it because we wanted to open up her circulation before she got her Cellsonic treatment, so the opposite. And she ended up breaking out in a sweat because she felt like she was getting a workout.
Yeah.
Well, she actually would break out in a sweat because her lymph nodes were blocked. Okay? So when you have to understand, everyone, if you had perfect circulation, you have perfect health. And believe it or not, the cardio med bed and the Cellsonic and non-surgical, and you need to do a perfect day diet with it. I mean, everything works together. But I mean, the cardio med bed, remember something, the cardio med beds were in hospitals until the cardiac doctors all got together and striked and said, get these cardio beds out of here. They're $250,000 new. But we are actually getting these cardio med beds, and we are getting the ones that are in mint condition because they didn't use them. And then we're actually selling these to our practitioners for $35,000. Plus, we're giving a New World Practitioner training free with every cardio med bed and with every Cellsonic so that people come out as a master practitioner. So we're selling the cardio med beds for $35,000. The Cellsonic sells for $125,000. So understand, you get what you pay for. I mean, understand, everybody who's ever bought one, they hesitated, but when they saw what it could do and they saw how it creates lineups and how the success of the patients, I mean, you can do Cellsonic on a patient. Instead of working on them an hour, you work on them for 15 to 20 minutes. Is that true, Shalu? Kathy? Simran? Is that true?
Yep.
Okay, because
it helps so much more.
It does. It really does.
Because people, you're not asking.
It breaks it down and makes it so much easier. And I mean, we saw that with one of the gentlemen in the class, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
his side joints were like an inch off his back, and they were so hard. So we did the Cellsonic first, and then Daryl went in and did the non-surgical and was able to break it down so much easier.
And they were gone. They were gone.
Not believe.
Yeah.
They were gone. Yeah. I did someone in the last Ottawa trip. That's what happened to me. I did someone's sacrum, and they had 2 raised calcification points right on the sacrum, and with enough pulses, it was gone by the time I was gone out of there. So it's true. It really breaks it up. So if you need non-surgical after that, then
Now, the thing is that, we can travel with this beast. It's only 150 pounds, but the power, like the cardio med bed, is 800 pounds. I cannot bring that to you. So, this is a good way to sort of meet us, get this treatment, and then once we've built that rapport, then let's chalk out a plan for you to come. And, this is what I'm trying to encourage in Montreal, because there's so many people there that need help, that we try and connect you together, so then maybe get an Airbnb so it's not so expensive, because it is hard, right, when you have to get a hotel room and you got to travel far and you got to take time off work. So we're trying to do everything we can to make the healing as cost effective for you, and especially like Daryl was saying, you need 35 hours. Well, when you're buying the bulk packs, we actually give you a better rate. So you're not paying per hour for 35 hours. So, call us. Let's talk. Let's get the best, most efficient way to get you healthy in the most cost-effective manner. Because ultimately, that's all we want is, like the gentleman that we saw in class, and he was coming to me for about 3 months, and finally he's like, I don't think I need you anymore. And I'm like, hallelujah. Those are the best words, because that means the healing has happened. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. This is not like my restaurant where I want repeat business. No, I want you to get healed and go live your best life, because I know when that happens, everyone's going to go, hey, what did you do? And you're going to say, go to Cathy or go to Shalu or go to Cellsonic, right? Yeah. Like that's what we're looking for, because there's so much that we have not been taught or told about our bodies, and there's so many people that need help, that it's not about just us, trying to keep the ones that we got coming back. No, we want you to get out there and be your best. I mean, heck, this will be the 4th training we're holding in Barrie. Yeah. In the last 2 years. So we're trying to get more practitioners trained and out there, because God knows there's so many people that need the healing. So, if you think, I didn't even know I had a passion for this until I took the course, right? I just went there to try and save my parents, but in the end ended up saving myself, right? So just, like I said, make 2024 the year that you finally look in the mirror and just save yourself. That's it. Just do something for you, because you have no idea what that tiny little rock, the ripple effect it's going to have in your life and the life of all those around you. Just do it. Absolutely.
Thank you. So if I can say this, girls, 1 second. Marpe Wellness, MARPE Wellness, out of Airdrie. That's Jason and Melissa. Okay. They both have a Cellsonic and a cardio med bed there too, and that's just north of Calgary. And just know this, that they're doing a Cellsonic road trip December 4th to the 10th to Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and their phone number is 403-200-3133. That's 403-200-3133. And before we move on to you, Cathy, and then we'll wrap this up, somebody's asking, yes, if you purchase a Cellsonic or a cardio med bed, you get the whole New World Practitioner training for free. And then you've got lifetime support from us. I do the training with the Cellsonic. The cardio med bed's a full training for you. Anybody can run it. Am I right, girls? Anybody can run this equipment?
Oh, okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Just because it's powerful.
You get trained in everything.
Yeah, you get trained in everything, and you get supported. And people that do this, have I supported you guys enough?
Oh, most fantastic.
And understand something, everybody. Once they go through our training and they have this equipment, everything I do, I'm not getting paid for it or any part of this. Remember that. Braveheart Nation is what we're called, and we're on a mission to prove to the world that even the natural health therapists have been ruled, schooled, and fooled, and they're not getting to the actual key, which is calcification, scar tissue formation, and crystallization, all created by inflammation. And guess what? Whether you want to believe it or not, a pimple is created by inflammation, and so is a tumor. Okay, so you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay, and the reality is that we're creating, and we're going to keep creating all of these satellites all over the world. And then I get to go, lay back and go, well, source creator, did I do enough? And that's the bottom line. Okay, did I do enough? No, we can never do enough for each other. And guess what? Christmas is a time to get gifts, but guess what? Why don't you become the gift and then give that to everybody? Become the gift and give it to everybody. All right? Anybody have anything they want to say before we close?
No, I'm just amazed at what I learn every day, and I've got people coming to me saying, "Can you help with this, this, and this?" And it's not just for bones and crystallization, calcification. It's for muscles, muscle restore, anything that's going on in the body. This activates the mitochondria to get those
Cellulite. We're
ATPs
talking.
spinning
Yeah.
faster.
We're talking cellulite. We're talking varicose veins. We're talking about weight loss. We're talking about weight gain for those who can't gain. Understand, everything is about harmony, balance, and bringing you back to the best that you can be. And understand this, you don't want energy. You want electricity. Because without electricity, there is no energy. Thank you, ladies.
Right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Daryl.
All right, so make sure that you put your road trip up here and spell it out for everyone, and then go back on there and answer questions for anybody who's been asking, please. And everybody, it is the last 4 days of the Black Friday sale if you want to check that out. And if you want to talk to me, you can always look up the 800 number on our website at docofdetox.com or braveheartnation.com. And I'm extension 5, and it would be an honor to talk to you. God bless everyone. 3, 2, 1. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Have a beautiful day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.